Last time we were discussing 18th chapter. So 18th chapter, character of one in ecstatic love. So we are discussing different characteristics of devotee. So we are discussing detachment. Detachment, okay.
Yes,
So detachment,
detachment and the pridelessness we are done.
prideless,
हाँ वो भी हो गया.
pridelessness we are discussing.
Yes, I think.
Okay.
This was also done, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was also done.
Pridelessness is so once we obtain bhakti and the knowledge, then we should not become proud. So this is one of the characteristics of ecstatic love. The pride and like a milk, one drop of poison. If we keep that milk also becomes poisonous. Bhakti jitna hai, usme among that if you one becomes proud, that is a pride people. Pride people cannot inherit the kingdom of God. Meek and humble then can inherit the kingdom of God. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. Vinayata will increase. The spiritual knowledge will increase the humility, but material knowledge will increase the pride. So, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Garvastini Suni Chaiva Supake Cha Pandita Samadarshina. More than that is, Drunadapi Sunichino, Tarorapi Sahishtuna, Manina Manadina, Kirtaniya Sadahari. One should respect everyone. So when a devotee, in spite of possessing all the qualities of pure realization, इतना बड़ा क्वालिटीज है तो थोड़ा तो गर्वित होगा नहीं. In spite of possessing all good qualities, pure realization, he is not proud of his position. He is called pridelessness. Now, pride is a poison, and Krishna doesn't like it. If any devotee has that, Krishna gives first priority to curb that pride. Vaishnava should never become proud. Okay. Did you ever felt that? Do you ever saw Nanda Maharaj or Yashoda Mai feeling proud? Gee, I can bind Krishna. No, they never tell. They never become proud. So pure devotees means no pride. In Padma Purana, it is stated that King Bhagiratha was an emperor above of all other kings, yet he developed such an ecstatic love for Krishna that he became mendicant and went out begging even to the homes of political enemies and untouchables. He was so humble that he respectfully bowed down before them. One bhakta matlab vinamrata. We should bend his brahmastra is humility. So the greatest weapon of a devotee is humility. By becoming humble, devotee becomes successful. If you see somebody, I'm so senior, how can that person may tell like this? For pure devotees, for advanced devotees, it doesn't matter. Trunadapi Sunichir, Tarorapi, Sahishnu. This is the expectation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Nityananda Prabhu, Mar Khai Prem De, Doyal to Nitahi. So here, even to the political enemies, those who are enemies, so Krishna tells to go and beg from them, we should be ready. So that because that pridelessness is very important. There are many similar instances in the history of India. Even very recently, Prabhupada is telling about his time, during his time, when he was in childhood. So he saw an example of a one person. About 200 years ago or less, one big landlord known as Lal Babu, Kolkata landholder, became a Vaishnava and lived in Vrindavan. पहले लोग ऐसा प्रचार करते थे, बड़े बड़े लोग भी, है ना, इवन ब्रह्मचारी सन्यासी भी बनते थे. He was also begging from door to door, even at the homes of his political enemies. So begging means what? Begging involves being ready to be insulted by persons to whom one has come. Begging मतलब वो दे भी सकते हैं, लात भी मार सकते हैं, गाली भी दे सकते हैं, कुछ भी कर सकता है. You should be ready. It's not that book distribution is a kind of begging. When we do book distribution, somebody may accept, we will be very grateful. Somebody may tell, these fellows don't have any jobs, anything. Akla, doing time pass, जाके बाहर काम करो. ऐसा. So one should tolerate. But one has to tolerate such insults for the sake of Krishna. The devotee of Krishna can accept any position in the service of Krishna. So this is pridelessness. If you see Parikshit Maharaj, example, he was an emperor. He was being cursed by Brahmana boy, Shringi, at the age of 5 years. He cursed. Parikshit Maharaj tolerated. He never argued. He accepted as a Krishna's will. Even हमारे को कोई गाली भी देते, that is also will of Krishna only, not only appreciation. We train people appreciating Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Today prasadam is made by these devotees. Hari Bol. So many, so devotees distributed book distribution, Hari Bol. You know, but thus Hari Bol we will get a lot, but sometimes we'll get chastisements. That also has to be digested. So that can be done by non-devotees. That's why non-devotee के संग में थोड़ा सा अच्छा होता है कि वो लोग थोड़ा criticize करता है हमारा. So begging means one should be ready for him being insulted by others. That's all. Yeah, yeah. Training should practice. So one should always be humble. गिरा है, भक्ति में गिरा बोलते हैं. भक्ति में गिरेगा कैसे? ऑलरेडी लोअर पोजिशन में, वो कहाँ से गिरेगा? उसको कुछ नहीं होगा. बट जो ऊपर जाता है वो वहां से गिरेगा तो बहुत तकलीफ. जितना ऊपर से गिरता है उतना चोट लगता है. Anybody who, how much height he falls, that much danger it is. So going up is easy, but if you fall down from there, our life will go on. So getting post position are not very important. We can get post positions, but to again become humble. If Krishna takes away everything, then we should be able to digest. है ना, जिसको पोस्ट पोजिशन है ही नहीं, मस्त प्रचार करो. नेक्स्ट क्वालिटी इज आशाबंध. आशाबंध मतलब आशा बहुत तीव्रता है ना. We should have complete faith that Krishna consciousness will guarantee. This is the only thing. which helps me. वो आशा बंधा होना चाहिए. The strong conviction that one will certainly receive the favor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in Sanskrit called Asha Bandha. ठीक है, सिर्फ कन्विक्शन नहीं, स्ट्रॉन्ग कन्विक्शन. क्या कन्विक्शन? वन विल सर्टेनली रिसीव द फेवर ऑफ सुप्रीम पर्सनैलिटी. कृष्ण की कृपा ही मेरे को रक्षा कर सकती है ना? और कुछ नहीं. सो दिस ग्रेट होप वी शुड हैव. कभी डाउट करेगा तो शायद इस्कॉन के बाहर भी अच्छा साधु लोग है, मैं वहां भी जा सकता हूँ. दैट इज अ डेंजर. वी शुड हैव होप ऑन good side. Can somebody read Asha Bandha means?
Mayapur Vihari Prabhu.
Asavandha means to continue think because I am trying my best, a routine principle of devotional service. I am sure that I will go back to Godhead, back to home.
Asha Bandha means continue to think. क्या सिर्फ थिंकिंग करते बैठेंगे, एंडेवर नहीं करेंगे. सो डेफिनेशन मतलब पूरा पक्का देना पड़ता है ना. सो आशा बंधा मीन्स टू कंटिन्यू टू थिंक बिकॉज आई एम ट्राइंग माई बेस्ट. फर्स्ट वी शुड ट्राई, देन वी शुड कीप होप. है ना, होप करते रहेंगे और एंडेवर नहीं करेंगे. If we try, then if we hope, there is a meaning. Without endeavoring, without trying, we are just hoping. It's not a good thing. कुछ लोग बोलते हैं, है ना, बाहर लोग, जब भगवान की इच्छा होगा तब मैं मंदिर आऊं. भगवान की इच्छा है इसलिए साधु बुला रहे. कोई व्यक्ति बुला रहे मतलब क्या है? आपको भगवान की इच्छा है तो, लेकिन तुम भगवान की इच्छा को फॉलो नहीं कर रहे. सो दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. In this, Rupa Goswami gives what is this hopefulness? Can you read?
I have no love for Krishna, not for the cause of development, love of Krishna, namely hearing and chanting. And the process of Bhakti Yoga by which one is always thinking of Krishna and fixing his lotus feet in the heart is also lacking in me. As far as philosophical knowledge or pious works are concerned, I don't see any opportunity for me to execute such activities.
So here, one should always feel pridelessness. I have no love for Krishna, nor for the cause of developing love for Krishna. So, but he is always remembering Krishna. But Krishna is remembrance is not so cheap thing. One is always thinking of Krishna and becoming humble. He is the best devotee. So, as per philosophical knowledge, that knowledge should not give pride. And so, one should always feel, I am not qualified for practicing bhakti. Read.
So, I simply wish and hope that some way or other I may be able to approach your lotus feet. And this hope is giving me pain because I think myself quite incompetent to approach the transcendental goal of life. The purport is that under this heading of Asavandha, one should continue to hope against hope that some way or other he will be able to approach the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord.
Uh, So if you want to serve Krishna, if it is a very qualified person with a good family and everything, but I am not qualified born in a nice family, therefore I am simply pray to you, Gopijana Vallabha. I don't have any qualification. He is some protector, maintainer, and everything. I simply wish, hope that some way or other I may be able to approach your notice. This hope is giving me pain. So, Lord's mercy will flow to the person who is meek and humble. Now, those who are hopeful, like Patita Pavane Tava Avatar, Musama Patita Prabhu Napaibya. No, you are Patita Pavana, so I am the most fallen. If you deliver me, then you are really Patita Pavana. So if you think, oh, I'm doing daily 16 rounds, following for regulative principles, daily I'm reading Shastras. So please deliver all these fallen souls. No. You should always feel, I am the most fallen soul. Please, please give me mercy. So that Asha should that Asha, that hope against hope. If somebody is hoping in Krishna consciousness, they are fortunate. Not hoping for Maya. This is Asha Bandha. Samutkanta. Next. 1 minute. So eagerness for achieving the desired success. Samutkanta. When one is sufficiently eager to achieve success in devotional service, that eagerness is called Samutkanta. आशा बंदा और समुत्कंठ का डिफरेंस क्या है? That is hope. This is eagerness. Hope और आगे eagerness में क्या डिफरेंस है? Eagerness means is positive. Hope means hope is also positive, but it is that intensity, hoping intensely, that is called eagerness. Intensity is the difference. If somebody can read.
Continue, Prabhuji. I would very well.
When one is sufficiently eager to achieve success in devotional service, that eagerness is called samutkanta. This means complete eagerness. Actually, this eagerness is the price for achieving success in Krishna consciousness. Everything has some value, and one has to pay the value before obtaining or possessing it. It is stated in the Vedic literature that to purchase the most valuable thing, Krishna consciousness, one has to develop intense eagerness for achieving success.
So that eagerness, how much he is eager to achieve Krishna, that is a price. कितना भी अगर कोई देखो सिनेमा में दिखाते हैं that in cinema people show that how he is very eager to achieve that girl hero, how much he struggles, and here you see that devotees how much they are eager to achieve Krishna. Example, how much eagerness? Huh? Can anybody give some examples of eagerness? The prize for achieving such a success in Krishna. Any examples?
Example, biggest example.
Huh?
Srila Prabhupada's example project. Like at the age of 70, he went to
At the age
US
of
and
70, he went to America, and he is very enthusiastic there to preach. No facilities, nothing. There is a lot of chance for losing eagerness. But he was fully convinced and he was very eager to achieve the success. And Parikshit Maharaj is so eager to hear Bhagavad Gita. How much he is eager? No. He want to achieve Krishna within 7 days. भगवान को मैं 7 days को प्राप्त 7 days में Dhruv Maharaj was so eager to achieve Krishna in 6 months. 6 months का इंटेंसिटी देखो और 1 हफ्ता में कोई भगवान को प्राप्त करना है तो कितना इंटेंसिटी हो. That eagerness is the difference. है ना. और 1 मोमेंट में अगर प्राप्त करना है तो कितना इंटेंस तीव्रता होना चाहिए. बाजू में बच्चे रो रहा है, कोई है ना, कोई मर गया तो भी तो परिवर्तन है. सब you will overcome all these things. That eagerness. परीक्षित महाराज 7 दिन में आपको भगवान को प्राप्त करना है, ऐसा eagerness होना है. खाना पानी सब बंद करके भागवत कथा सुनना पड़ेगा. आराम से नहीं सुन सकते. आराम से सुनेंगे आराम से कृष्ण मिलेगा. कूदते खेलते कृष्ण को प्राप्त कर. ठीक है, भगवान भी कूदते खेलते थोड़ा घूम के आता है, पर बढ़ता है चले जा, थोड़ा घूम के आ जाओ. Once Prabhupada was going in the morning walk and some ducks were making sound for grains. So one duck was very, very eager. Quack, 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 shouting like anything. So Prabhupada said, give that duck first. Those who are very eager, they will get the first. They will get the first mercy. That eagerness is the prize. Who will get Krishna first? Who can achieve Krishna first? चलता है प्रभु, 10वां है तो भी चलेगा, 11वां है तो भी चलेगा, मेरा नंबर तो है ना. है ना. तब तक जिंदा रहना चाहिए. और उससे पहले नंबर आने से पहले मर जाएगा तो आराम से भक्ति करेंगे प्रभु. मृत्यु थोड़ी बोल के आती है. एटलीस्ट for Parikshit Maharaj 7 days guarantee was there. Guarantee. Before that death will not come. But for us, we don't know. Next 1 hour we will be alive or not. So we should always feel today is my last day in my life. And I have to achieve Krishna in this day. That eagerness is very important. अगर आज आखिरी दिन है, आप सोया रात को 1 बजे, 4:30 बजे आएगा कि मंगल आरती अटेंड करेंगे कि नहीं? नहीं करेंगे. अरे लेट हो गया प्रभु, आज आखिरी दिन. So the day when you feel that this is my last day, tomorrow there is no guarantee. Then that eagerness will come. Then like Parikshit Maharaj is so eager to achieve Krishna. He left out even food and water. everything. He kept aside and he focused, doing seriously. This intense eagerness is very necessarily expressed in Bilomangal Thakur. Krishna Karnamrita. He says, I'm eagerly waiting to see that boy of Vrindavana, whose bodily beauty is captivating the whole universe, whose eyes are always bounded by black eyebrows and expanded like lotus petals. Bilomangal Thakur was blind, but he was describing all the कृष्ण को देखने के लिए चर्म चक्षु जरूरत नहीं, शास्त्र चक्षु जरूरत है. आपने क्या सुना? इस चर्म चक्षु से नहीं देख सकते, but he was glorifying Krishna's eyes, glancing over his devotees and therefore moving slightly here and there. His eyes are always moist. His lips are colored like a copper, and through those lips there comes a sound vibration which drives one madder than a mad elephant. Those who become mad for Krishna consciousness, they are most merciful, most fortunate. I want so much to see him at Vrindavan. No, that eagerness is very important. This is the characteristics of ecstatic love. Not who has seen Krishna is ecstatic love. No? When they see Krishna, then that eagerness will be reduced, that love will be reduced, hope will be reduced. Then no, Krishna is there now. Love in separation is highest. Attachment to chant. Next quality is attachment to chanting the holy name of the Lord. How much one is Krishna consciousness, the more if you keep iron in the fire, the more it becomes red. But so that it will become red hot. Similarly, attachment to chanting holy name means the person who is chanting holy name is the guarantee that he is Krishna conscious. When we are not chanting holy name, there is a chance that we may be remembering or something, doing about Maya. So, in Krishna Katamrita Bindu, this chanting of Radharani, one devotee is telling it is said that one of the associates of Radharani told Lord Govinda, the girl who is the daughter of King Vrishabhanu is now shedding tears and she is anxiously chanting your holy name, Krishna, Krishna. We also chant holy name, but difference is that what is the difference? Eagerness. Haridas Thakur also chanted. And Radharani is also chanting. Hanumanji is also chanting. We are also chanting. What is the difference? Attachment. Those who love Krishna, they cannot stop. Rupa Goswami is giving an example of Radharani should shed tears. No, she is continuously shedding tears. That is what Lord Chaitanya, actual purpose of Lord Chaitanya's appearance. Vipralamba, भाव को राधारानी का विप्रलंबा भाव को चखने के लिए. How much Lord comes to taste that eagerness, attachment. The Goswamis are always chanting. Chanting means associating with Krishna. Eagerness to describe the Lord's transcendental qualities. This is one more quality. Okay. Somebody read this.
Madhul Krishna Prabhuji.
Attachment for chanting the glories of the Lord is also expressed in the Krishna Karnamrut as follows. What shall I do for Krishna, who is pleasing beyond all pleasurable conceptions, and who is naughtier than all restless boys? The idea of Krishna's beautiful activities is attracting my heart, and I do not know what can I do.
So we are generally what we are eager for. We have to always change ourselves, and we have to. When we are attached with our problems, sharing or glorifying. If some Modi comes, people will glorify Modi so much. His qualities and everything. But we should be attached to Krishna and Krishna's pure devotees. Nothing other than that. So, what shall I do for Krishna, who is pleasing beyond all the pleasurable conceptions? Krishna is naughty. So the Krishna is not monotonous or always peaceful, happy, and he is always naughty and he always disturb others in Krishna consciousness. So he's a chanchal, always to play that attracts devotees actually. The gopis likes that naughtiness of Krishna. The boy is simply, sitting and calm, peaceful. That boy is not, the child is not very attractive to parents. So Krishna consciousness also. You should feel that eagerness to describe the transcendental qualities. Attraction for living in a place where Krishna has his pastimes. So we should love Krishna. If you love Krishna, you will love Krishna's everything. The place he has taken birth, the place he has done pastimes. Oh, ye lila idhar hi kiya. So we feel so Keshi Ghat. So Keshi Ghat matlab kya pastimes hai. Goswami tells me, do not see that Krishna was standing on the bank of Yamuna in the Keshi Ghat. So attractive Krishna is. And even that place. Why nowadays people, so lakhs and crores of people are visiting Vrindavan. So they would like to see the place where Lord Krishna has performed first time. Rupa Goswami in Padyavali, he makes a statements about Vrindavan. Can anybody read this?
In this place, the son of Maharaj Nanda used to live with his father, who was the king of all cowherd men. In this place, Lord Krishna broke the cart in which the Shaktasura demon was concealed. At this place, Damodara, who can cut the knot of our material existence, was tied up by his mother Yashoda.
So here, like that attachment is a success of our spiritual life. These attachments, becoming attached to Krishna's holy name, Krishna's place, Leela place, and all this. So Prabhupada also, he left everything and came to Vrindavan. Why he came to Vrindavan? Especially Damodar, Radha Damodar. Damodar also, he's he wrote a statement that I eternally live in these two rooms of Shri Radha Damodar temple. What facilities were there? Was there any facilities in Radha Damodar? Why he is so eager? Because Rupa Goswami has done pastimes. Jiva Goswami lived here. No? So here at this place, Damodara, who can cut the knot of our material existence, was tied up by this mother Yashoda. हमारा material existence कट कर देता है, but वो खुद ही बंध गया इसी जगह, ऐसी जगह देखना चाहिए. ये सबका संसार का नाट कट करता है और ये खुद ही फंस गया संसार में. This samsara is good, spiritual samsara. The pure devotee of Lord Krishna resides in the district of Mathura or Vrindavan and visits all the places where Krishna's pastimes were performed. These sacred places, Krishna displayed his childhood activities with the covered boys and Mother Yashoda. The system of circumambulating all these places is still current among the devotees of Lord Krishna. Vrindavan Parikrama, Govardhan Parikrama, क्यों करते हैं? Krishna has performed such pastimes here. You have to do circumambulate. And those coming to Mathura and Vrindavan always feel transcendental pleasure. उस जगह में जाने से आपको इतना अच्छा लगता है. Actually, if someone goes to Vrindavan, he will immediately feel separation from Krishna. To perform such nice activities when he was present there. Such attraction for remembering Krishna's activities is known as attachment for Krishna. This attachment is very important. संसार का तो रहता है, but attachment to Krishna. But this impersonalist means what? They are non-devotees. Impersonalist means they don't see Krishna as a person also. And what is their will is that they want their own Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti is not ultimate thing. Krishna consciousness should be always in troubles. And always praying for Krishna's mercy. And these impersonalists, they sometimes try to imitate a pure devotee's sentiment for visiting holy places where Krishna, but they will simply have a view of salvation, and so their activities cannot be considered attachment. Somebody will be very eager, huh? They will see, oh, Krishna, Atma is entering into Krishna. That salvation they want to see, but the demon did not serve. Na? When devotee hears the pastime of merging that Atma into Krishna, that will not feel good because he didn't serve Krishna. Putana's difference is that Putana served Krishna. What benefit she had? Can somebody read this? See, what Rupa Goswami is telling is also very important. He's an ultra pure devotee, he's our Rupanuga. We are all Rupanugas. You should know what Rupa Goswami is trying to tell. And Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is telling about ecstatic love, same characteristics of ecstatic love. Read this.
It is said by Rupa Goswami that attachment exhibited by pure devotees for Krishna cannot possibly be perfected in the hearts of creative workers, karmis, or mental speculator, because such attachment in pure Krishna consciousness is very rare, not possible to achieve even for many liberated persons.
Even liberated persons will not get that attachment. So that attachment is very, very important by pure devotees, not in ourselves. We should always see, glorify our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, how they are eager, how they are attached so much. Without this, they cannot. Carry.
As stated in Bhagavad Gita, liberation from material contamination
Just read. Okay.
as stated in Bhagavad Gita, liberation from material contamination is the stage at which the devotional service can be achieved. For a person who simply wants to have liberation and to merge into impersonal Brahmajyoti, attachment to Krishna is not possible to acquire. This attachment is very confidentially kept by Krishna and is bestowed only upon pure devotees. Even ordinary devotees cannot have such pure attachment for Krishna.
So this somehow attachment to Krishna is the mercy of pure devotee. Because he is attached to Krishna and he will give attachment to Krishna to us also. कोई बोलेगा इतना भक्ति नहीं चाहिए बाबा, थोड़ा कम करो. भक्ति मतलब सेवा. You should be ready to do service. And it is the confidential, most confidential. Most confidential knowledge is what? Confidential knowledge is what? In Bhagavad Gita. What is confidential knowledge of Bhagavad Gita?
Knowledge of soul and body.
Body soul knowledge. In second chapter, described in second chapter, is confidential. But the more confidential is 7th and 8th chapters. And 9th chapter is most confidential. This is pure bhakti, Shuddha bhakti. It's most confidential. This attachment is very confidentially kept by Krishna. He will not give this attachment to anybody. And he will bestow only upon the pure devotees. Should pure devotional service is a goal, then he will give that. Not some karmi, non-devotees. संघ में क्या मिलता है? Non-devotees में अच्छा बंगला बनाओ, कार ले लो, ये करो, वो करो, सब भौतिक चीज में रमते रहते. और non-devotees, like old people, they are always bodily conscious. Oh, doctor by ये tablet दिया, वो tablet दिया. So that problem, that pain, this pain. Oh, you have that pain. Oh, I also have that same pain. These are all Maya. No attachment to Krishna. That's why asatsanga tyaga hi Vaishnavacha. You should not be attached to non-devotees. Even parents, if they are not attached to Krishna, one should not attach. So, कितना माता पिता में जन्म ले में पाया है. So, even becoming father to others is not a big thing. If Krishna wants, Krishna can protect everyone. Anybody, anytime, Krishna can protect. But that dependence on Krishna, this attachment is very important. Even ordinary devotees cannot have such pure attachment. These are all very ecstatic lover, not about the topic is that such a that I have to speak big things. My Lord, it is very still I am still struggling from lust, काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मद, मत्सर. Struggling sadhaka. Rupa Goswami, what he is telling here, discussing. Pure devotee. When you said pure devotee, Prabhupada, Madhavendra Puri, yesterday was Madhavendra Puri discipline. How much? उनको खाना भी पानी भी जरूरत नहीं. बिना प्रसाद, बिना पानी चलते रहते हैं होली दिन. ऐसा भक्त का एक सेकंड भी लव मात्र साधु संग सर्व सिद्धि. You see such examples, we will also get faith. By just showing an example is such an extract. Therefore, how is it possible for success to achieve by persons whose hearts are contaminated by actions and reactions of fruitive activities and who are entangled by various types of mental speculation? But when we are telling about ecstatic love, we should be careful about negative examples. Negative examples. Somebody may show, Prabhupada said, during class and every time we should not show ecstatic symptoms. Somebody showing it's not good. There are many so-called devotees who artificially think of Krishna's pastimes known as Ashtakaliya Leela. Sometimes one may artificially imitate these, pretending that Krishna is talking with him in the form of a boy, or else one may pretend that Radharani and Krishna both have come to him and they are talking with him. Radha, this Ritvik fellow, this fellow is telling Madhu Pandit, he is telling Krishna came into my dream. Prabhupada, he didn't tell Prabhupada came into my dream. Yeah, such a rascal he is. Krishna uska dream mein hai. You are so qualified. You are so pure. Prabhupada did not come. Krishna came. These are very dangerous people. That's why danger means they will get more dhanam sundari. They will get more dhanam. Either Mahaprabhu is telling no, na dhanam, they will get more dhanam. Mahaprabhu is telling na janam, they will get more followers. Yeah? They will be attracted by buildings and all this, not by pure devotion. See, Mahaprabhu is saying no, and these people are saying yes. Such characteristics are sometimes exhibited by impersonalist class of men, and they may captivate some innocent persons and who have no knowledge in the science of devotional service. However, as soon as experienced devotee sees all of those caricatures, he can immediately evaluate such rascaldom. Prabhupada is writing, these are all not our statements. Caricatures. Who imitates? If such a pretender is sometimes seen possessing imitative attachment to Krishna, that will not be accepted as a real attachment. It may be said, however, that such attachment gives the pretender hope that he may eventually rise onto the actual platform of pure devotional service. So, if he gets that, it is good, not just imitating. This imitative attachment can be divided into two headings, namely shadow attachment, para, shadow attachment, and para, transcendental attachment. Someone without undergoing regulative principles of devotional service or without being guided by bona fide spiritual masters shows such imitative attachment. This is called shadow attachment. Yeah. This shadow attachment means if somebody don't have Guru's mercy, Guru did not told him. Our goal of life is to follow the Guru's instruction as a life on soul. Something which is not told by Guru, and if you are attached, that is material attachment. Yeah? Without being guided by a bona fide spiritual master. Very dangerous. The success which we may get without attachment, without guidance of spiritual master. He's a fortunate even if he's struggling to follow the Guru's guidance. But what is the use of success even if Guru is not guided in that? Sometimes it is found that person actually attached to material enjoyment or salvation has good fortunate to associate with pure devotees while they are engaged in chanting the holy name of the Lord. By the good grace of the Lord, one may also cooperate and join the chanting. That time, simply by association of such pure devotees, moon-like rays from their hearts reflect on him. By the influence of the pure devotees, he may show some likeliness of attachment caused by inquisitiveness. By this is very flickering. And if material manifestation of such shadow attachment, one feels the disappearance of all material pangs, then it is called para attachment. Transcendental and shadow. Para means transcendental. Even shadow attachment also may give manifest sometimes if there is no offenses to the pure devotee. By doing imitation, one may become perfect also sometimes. So this, by manifestation of such a shadow attachment, one feels the disappearance of material pangs. These material pangs are very dangerous. So with that disappearance of material pangs, then he is neutral. Now he may get attracted to pure devotee. Such shadow attachment or para attachment can be developed if one associates with a pure devotee or visits holy places like Vrindavan or Mathura. And if ordinary man develops such attachment for Krishna, unfortunately performs devotional activities in association of pure devotees, he can also rise to the platform of pure devotional service. So sadhu sang is very important. Those of sadhus who are attached. So conclusion is that the transcendental attachment is so powerful that if such attachment is seen manifested even in a common man by the association of pure devotee, it can bring one to the perfectional stage. But such attachment for Krishna cannot be invoked by a person without his being sufficiently blessed by the association of pure devotees. Basically, the conclusion is what this attachment to Krishna is very fortunate. Whoever gets that. Somebody may be imitating and eventually pure devotee may bless also. Huh? So that blessing of a pure devotee is most rarest thing. Should serve them in such a way that they will bless us. As an attachment can be invoked by attached association of pure devotees, so attachment can also be extinguished by offenses committed at the lotus feet of pure devotees. Why the material pranks are increasing? Due to one thing, due to increase of offense to the devotees. Dhanam, janam, sundari. Material pangs means what? Dhanam, janam, sundari. ये तीन चीज के प्रति आसक्ति बढ़ रहा है, मतलब उसका अपराध चल रहा है, गारंटी. So attachment to Krishna will be reduced. So to become more clear, by the association of pure devotees, attachment for Krishna can be aroused. But if one commits offense at the lotus feet of a devotee, one shadow attachment of para attachment can be extinguished. So, warning. This extinguishing is like a waning of the full moon, which gradually decreases at the last becomes dark. जैसा एक ग्रीन पत्ता पेड़ से कट होके गिर गया, तुरंत एकदम पीला हो गया, पेड़ तुरंत सूख जाएगा, ड्राई ऐसा होता है. Fall down also is like that. Fall down will not be like, अचानक से पूरा कर्मी जैसा बिहेव करे, नहीं, ग्रेजुअल. Fall down is gradual. Like when you have a full moon, है ना, लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है श्रेयस एंड प्रेयस. अभी मैं फ्लरिश हो रहा हूँ, अच्छा डोनेशन आ रहा है, अच्छा मस्त कर रहा हूँ, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. और लॉन्ग टाइम तक वेट करना है. लॉन्ग टाइम we should have that pure devotional service. One should therefore be very careful while associating with pure devotees to God against committing an offender at their lotus feet. Without qualification, if one associates with pure devotee and commits offense, then gone case. I've seen one example. One pure devotee, sannyasi. Sannyasi को सेवा करना बहुत आसान है. But if you think of him as an ordinary person, then he will become a dog. I've seen one person serving pure devotees, sannyasis, so closely. I'm commenting them. Eventually, he heard that he became a Christian. I heard only one person who be practicing Krishna consciousness and he became a Christian in our place. So many things we can hear. Offense to Vaishnavas will cause so much danger. One should never offend Vaishnavas, pure devotees. So this attachment to Krishna will reduce. Transcendental attachment, either shadow or para, can be nullified by different degrees of offenses at the lotus feet of pure devotees. If the offense is very serious, then one's attachment becomes almost nil. And if the offense is not very serious, one's attachment can become second class or third class. हम एक डिवोटी बोल रहे थे हमारे को पीडीसी ट्रेनिंग में, बता रहे थे कि if you just don't do offenses, you will naturally get attachment. अपराध नहीं करना, जब करना है बाकी सब करते रहो, अपराध एक ही नहीं करना. अपराध करेगा बस सर्वनाश, पूरा भक्ति 0 लेवल तक आ जाएगी. पुनर्मुष्टिको भवा, फिर छुआ बन. जैसा भक्ति में आने से पहले ऐसा वही अटैचमेंट फिर वापस आ रही, मतलब great warning. If someone becomes attached to the principles of salvation or merging into the existence of Brahmajyoti, these ecstasies gradually diminish into shadow or para attachment, or else transform into principles of ahangrahopasana. This ahangrahopasana describes a living entity when he begins spiritual relation by identifying himself with the Supreme Lord. मतलब क्या, वो अपने आप को कृष्ण ही समझता है. बड़ा समझ, मैं ही कृष्ण हूँ बोल रहा है, तो कितना बुद्धि भ्रष्ट हो गया उसको. 1 नंबर 2 नंबर कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाते, वो कृष्ण बन गया. तो एक पुट्टपर्ती साहिब बाबा ना, वो बोल रहा था मैं विश्वरूप दिखाऊंगा, है विश्वरूप दिखाऊंगा. एक स्टेडियम में, क्रिकेट स्टेडियम. He called everybody and he came late 2 hours in that stadium. He said, due to traffic, because due to traffic jam, I came late. So Vishwaroop got stuck up in traffic jam in Hyderabad. Such a laughing joke, na? Such a laughing jokes all these are. And people are attracted by this gymnastics and all this. If someone becomes attached to the principles of salvation, so this ahangrahopasana describes a living entity when he begins spiritual relation by identifying himself with Supreme Lord. This state of self-relation is technically known as monism. The monist thinks himself one with the Supreme Lord, thus because he does not differentiate between himself and Supreme Lord. It is his view that by worshipping himself, he is worshipping the Supreme Whole. Sometimes it is found that neophyte is taking part in chanting and dancing very enthusiastically But within himself he is under the impression that he has become one with the Supreme Lord. This conception of monism is completely different from pure transcendental service. If, however, it is seen that a person has developed this high standard of devotion without having undergone even a regulative principles, it is to be understood that it is a teacher's status of devotional service was achieved in the former life. For same reason or another, it have been temporarily stopped, most probably by an offense committed at the lotus feet of devotee. Now this good chance, second chance, it has begun to develop. The conclusion is that the steady progress in devotional service can be attained only in association of pure devotees. Pure devotee association के बिना कुछ नहीं होता है. So we should always be attached to some pure devotee in our life, and we should serve them nicely. If one can gradually advance in his status in devotional service, this is understood due to causeless mercy of Krishna himself. If a person is completely detached from material enjoyment and has developed a pure ecstatic devotion, even if he is sometimes accidentally found not living up to the standard of devotional service, one should not be envious of him. It is confirmed also in Bhagavad Gita that devotee who has unflinching faith in the devotion to the Lord, even if sometimes found to be accidentally deviated from pure devotional characteristic, should still be counted among the pure. Unflinching faith in devotional service in the Lord, Krishna, and in the spiritual master makes one highly elevated in the activities of devotional service. Apichet suduracharo bhajate mamanennavat sadureva samantavya samyak vyavastito chipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat charna vigachati. Because he has attachment to Guru and Krishna, eventually he can come out of that material attachments. Narsim Purana. So Raghu Goswami is giving different examples. So in Narsimha Purana, if a person has completely engaged his mind, body, and activities in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but externally is found to be engaged in some abominable activities, these abominable activities will surely be very quickly vanquished by the influence of his staunch devotional service. This Chipram Bhavati Dharmatma, Shashvat Channapada, Dharmatma, because he is attached to Guru and Krishna. And whatever little bit lackings, he can overcome slowly. But success is that he is attached to Guru and Krishna. Don't see the reactions of just small. This example is given that on the full moon, there are some spots which may appear to be pock marks. Still, the illumination spread by the full moon cannot be checked. Similarly, a little fault in the midst of volumes of devotional service is not at all to be counted as a fault. Attachment to Krishna is transcendental bliss. Amid unlimited volumes of transcendental bliss, a spot of some material defect cannot act in any way. Okay. So today what we learned is attachment to pure devotees and Krishna is very important. And this can give us any success. This is our success, having attachment to Guru and Krishna and pure devotees. Not just visible, but mentality is very important. So these are the characteristics. अपराध नहीं करना, अपराध करेंगे तो ये सब चला जाएगा, समझ में नहीं आएगा. He thinks himself is correct. One should always be under one person. Get rectifications. So these are the symptoms of ecstatic love. And what I am speaking is not of anything related to me. I'm just reading. Nobody, I'm also struggling devotee. Please pray for me. I'm still having calm, krodh, lobh, modh, matsar. I'm not attached to my guru also. I'm still struggling. By mercy of Vaishnavas, one day I will be attached. And I will be very thankful to all devotees who are attending. Last one class, we will complete 19th chapter. And I will be thanking Mrudul Krishna Prabhu. So he is more senior than me also. He's humbly sitting amongst us. And he's the one who taught us, who gave me inspiration in my working life.
Prabhuji, thank you so much
Looks
for
like
your
pant shirt, but
classes.
he's not.
Because of your strong faith, we are getting
No, I am not having strong
we can
faith.
see in your classes your
Now
strong faith.
struggling.
Thank you.
So I pray for, please pray for me that I may get some attachment. I will be free from aparadas. I was so passionate, no? Passionate means more aparadas, comparing others. So much. I used to correct sometimes. Now I am understanding how much I was playing with the tiger. You saw that video of tiger and monkey. Tiger catches monkey, his position is gone. अपराध लग जाएगा तो खलास. By mercy of Vaishnavas, they blessed me to go ahead, sustaining somehow. Thank you, Guru Krishna. So we'll meet next week. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.